What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we will be posting my second video. Today will be a part 2, will be a follow-up video to a video I posted a few days ago titled When 304s Cannot Get Attention from Chad, I believe. So if you could, let's go ahead and like the video on your way in. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not subscribed. I am on the road to 2,000 subscribers, so hit that subscribe button and hit the bell to get these videos. And as always, hey, how's it going? My name's Rat Boy. Let's get into it.
If the man that you like and you care about has moved on and is dating another girl, I want you all to watch this and hammer this into your heads. First of all, point 1 is know that he will come back, because as sure as I know my own name, I know it always comes full circle, especially if you remained in your integrity. If you didn't get down in the mud and resort to blows with this man, you remained the high value woman that you are. Whenever he's single again, he'll come back to that because he still holds a high opinion of you. So know that in your head, that it's only a matter of time before this situation comes full circle. But 2, I want to remind you what you all better know if you follow my page. Nobody on this earth is you. No matter who the girl he moved on with is, she's a Victoria's Secret model and her dad is Jeff Bezos, it doesn't matter. She is not you.
Why are you the way that you are? I hate so much about the things that you choose to be. You blew it.
That is a very interesting point she brought up, that men always come back once they move on. Once they break off a relationship, these men are always crawling to get back into these women's lives, and nothing could be further from the truth. There are those pathetic simps that just beg and grovel and, you know, just become super pathetic and try to get back in women's lives and have no self-respect. But then there are these men that have self-respect, these men that have dignity, they have integrity. These are men that women are actually attracted to. These men do not ever circle back around to these women. These men will toss these women aside, discard them like the trash they are, and they will move on to someone who is more pleasant, someone who is younger, someone who is more fun, someone who's better to be around, someone who speaks a little softer, someone who is a lot more feminine. These men are always going to be upgrading no matter what they do, because a lot of times a man knows when they're with a woman what she is and what she is bringing to them. A lot of times these men will be the person they are for several months, maybe even a year or so into these relationships, and if that woman is not matching that energy that man is bringing, if she is not contributing to that relationship in the same ways that that man is contributing, then he is going to discard her. He is going to start looking for another woman right away. He is not going to care at that point, because he is done with the relationship. He has already sort of checked out, and he will be moving on rather quickly once that relationship is over, and he will be looking for that better woman. And these women will cope, say, oh, well, if you were to read the comments in this video, some of these women are saying, oh, well, these women are never better than you. They're just easier. They're just simpler. What you don't understand, and what a lot of women don't understand, this is something that women need to understand very, very thoroughly, is that men do not want complication. Men see a complicated woman and they see a woman that they don't want to be around. They see a woman that makes everything about her. They see narcissistic behaviors. Men do not want a complication. They do not want a woman they have to handle. They do want a woman that is going to be easy. They want a woman that is not going to be a project for them. They want a woman that is going to help them, that is going to support them in life, and not a woman that is going to be a burden on them. A lot of women, especially online, if you've watched any woman content, they have brainwashed themselves into thinking that men want a challenge, that men want a woman that is ornery, that is difficult. Men don't want any of this. Men want a woman that is going to respect them. They want a woman that's going to be loyal, soft-spoken, and they want a woman that is going to stand by them. And if they don't see that in the woman they're with, then they are going to discard that woman and trade her in and level her up to a woman that is actually going to hit all those points that that man is looking for. Let's continue.
She is not you. Stop ranking women on these random scales of who's hotter or who's richer or who's more successful, whatever. Start ranking yourself on how you can be the most unique version of yourself. All women are unique and special. We do not compete with each other. This is like one of the biggest flaws of the patriarchy, is they want to try to get us to compete with each other, because if we're competing with each other, we're not banding together and building each other up. So do not fall into this trap. And really, if this guy did you dirty, you should feel bad for the girl he's with, because it's only a matter of time before he does the same to her. So you're not competing with her. You're not comparing yourself to her. You know nobody else is you, and that is your power. 3, you have to have the level of self-confidence and self-love and self-worth to know that the only place he can go is down. Think about how bad you should feel for him that he just fumbled the baddest bitch. A woman who would have been loyal to him, a woman who would have prioritized him, a woman who would have stood by his side. You really, like, I feel bad for him. Like, what an idiot.
Stop it. Get some help.
There are a lot of women that will do that. Pretty much every woman that a man's going to have in his life that chooses to, have in his life is going to hit all of those markers for him. This isn't a unique thing for just certain women. This is what men look for when they're looking for a woman. So if that woman is not doing that for him, then he's just going to find another one. This is the amount of just brain dead behavior that you find, because these women think that no matter what, they are the prize. Any other woman that he gets is going to be below them. They are the only one that can provide him with that sort of feminine energy. They are the only one that can provide him with everything he would need from a woman, not realizing that every single woman out there has this ability, and there is always a woman that is more attractive, that is going to treat him better, that is going to hit all of those marks better than the previous woman. This is just the way life works. Okay. Biggest cope probably in this whole video is when she said that he messed up and she felt bad for the woman that gets him next or whatever. Yeah. I don't see her making a 5-minute video talking about why she's so great and why he's the one that messed up from leaving her. I think he's doing just fine. I think he dodged a bullet. I think that if he were to stay with a woman like this, he would absolutely hate himself and everyone around him. This is the type of insufferable person you 100% want to stay away from. Someone who's going to be staring into a camera, trying to convince herself that she's the prize, that she's the one and only, that she is God's gift to happiness, and that every other woman is below her, every other woman is trash, and if any woman even tries to compete with one another, then all they're doing is taking themselves down. But the problem is that women, all they know is competition. Women compete with each other. Women are now competing with other men. It is all women know is competition. So why would a man want to be with a woman that is so brainwashed into competing with other women and competing with other men? It's just a lot of headache. It really is a lot of headache. And yeah, so that man is going to go to a woman that, that is going to be better suited for him. And these women are always going to think that woman is less of a woman, that woman isn't good enough, that woman is below her, and all this other stuff. It's one of the biggest copes that you'll find online today. Let's continue.
So bad for him. Like, what an idiot. Have that level of self-confidence. When a man walks away from you, he's dating someone else, or even if he just walked away and he's not dating somebody else, have that level of self-assurance. Your self-worth is not dependent on if he chooses you. His behavior is a reflection of himself, of his internal state. It has nothing to do with you. It's so easy to take men's behavior so personally, but you have to train yourself to detach, because it's not about you. And when you make it about you, you make it a reflection of your self-worth. I mean, there's nowhere to go but down. Like, you're in for a rough ride there. Have the self-confidence to detach and know he's the one who lost. This is a him-to-him problem. This is not a reflection of you. And lastly, and I want you guys to just drill this into your core, because this is so crucial. Understand that the woman who gets that man is not always the winner. A lot of times when it's between you and somebody else and he ends up moving on with her really quickly, a lot of times it can be a blow to your ego. And it can really hurt, and I hold space for that 100%. But understand, a man who's not treating women well, getting him is not winning. Sometimes winning is having him out of your space. Sometimes the universe is doing you a favor. My best friend always says, the trash takes itself out. Like, you have to stop seeing it as whoever gets the man wins. Sometimes it's the one who got away who actually wins. It's the one who gets to live a peaceful life without this fuckboy. That's who wins. She didn't get your man, she got your problem. And understand, at the end of the day, do you really think that you are worthy of a man who you had to convince of your self-worth? Is that really winning? Any human with a beating heart deserves someone who chooses them, not someone who they have to hold on to so tightly. That's not love. You are worthy of somebody who chooses you, of not just somebody who would choose you over another woman, but someone who would choose you over anybody. Someone who there would be no competition. They would always, always choose you. Have the self-respect and the self-love to know that fundamentally you are worthy of that. So if he moved on quickly with another woman, just know you still won. You always win. That should be your inner mantra.
You sure about that?
It's time to stop!
You always win, you guys, no matter what. You're always the winner. It's so funny how these women, they'll make these videos and they'll say, oh, well, women shouldn't compete with each other. Women shouldn't do this. And then she ends the video with, but no matter what, you win. You're the winner. These women, and it's women like this that will date men. They will say that this man is her king. This man is her perfect gentleman. This man is her everything and her all at once. And she is going to be with him forever and he can do no wrong. And he is just the perfect man for her. And there's absolutely nothing that can get between them. And then once he realizes that she's not going to do anything feminine and for him, that she is pretty much not even a woman, really. She's just kind of just taking up space and wasting time and wasting his money and wasting his energy, and then he's feeling drained and he's been putting forth all the effort, all the emotional baggage is being dealt by him, and he's just pretty much put through the ringer, and he decides to dial it back a little bit to see if she will kind of pick up some of the slack, and she ends up not doing it. And so he casts her aside, he discards her behind the dumpster, and he finds him someone better, finds him someone that is feminine, finds him someone that is going to help him with the emotional baggage of both of their lives, someone that is going to be that structure, that core that these men need. Then now these women are saying that man is a fuckboy. That man is trash. The man is the lowest form of human, and it's someone else's problem now. Where was that energy a few months ago when you and him were just lovebirds with the hearts in the eyes and whatnot? You see how quick women turn? You see how toxic these women can be, how when they don't get exactly what they want, when these men don't spend every penny on them, when these men don't give them every second of their attention, now all of a sudden these men are trash. These men are the biggest fuckboys on the planet. All they want to do is be toxic to other women, and if you get this man, hey, you're not a winner, but you didn't get a man, you got a problem. Okay, you got a problem that needs to be fixed because he wasn't able to do every single thing that I wanted him to do, and he was always questioning me. And how dare a man question me? Because I'm the princess, I'm always right, and if you don't listen to the princess, well, then you just get out of the way. You're toxic and you're a fuckboy. The delusion that women have to talk themselves into. The 5 to 10 minute TikToks they make reassuring themselves that no matter what, these men will always find a worser woman. No matter what, these men are always going to live these horrible, horrible lives because they're living with themselves and they have nobody else to blame but themselves. And what these women do not understand is that they are the common denominator in all these issues. If you are a woman and you are in your 30s, 40s, and you just find yourself chronically single, it's not all the men. The men aren't the problem. You're the common denominator. You're the one who keeps getting discarded. You're the one who keeps having all these issues while these men are finding perfectly fine women after you and living happy life. And guess what? If those women don't want to step up to the plate and do what women are supposed to do in that relationship, these men have no problem discarding them and going for someone even better and even younger. It's the way the world works now.